Good afternoon, everybody. It's Stephen and Paul from WinExtra bringing you your daily brief of Microsoft news and headlines for, what is it, Monday, March 14th, 2011.
Sure it's Monday.
Otherwise known as what?
Steak and blowjob day.
Oh. Explain.
Okay. Every year you have Valentine's Day, which is, where men take women out and buy them jewelry and basically show women that they appreciate them in women's language, in women's terms. Well, about a good couple of years ago, somebody decided to start Steak and Blowjob Day, which is held every year 1 month after Valentine's Day, which is basically the man's Valentine's Day, where women tell men how much they appreciate them in the language that men understand. So, they either cook them a steak or take them out for one, and,
yeah, okay. Alright. Needless to say, I've never heard of the damn thing.
Looks like you could do with a Steak and Blowjob Day, Hudson.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start off the week with a PSA for.
Here's a fucking PSA for you. If you're looking to start if you're looking to get internet put into your apartment or house or anywhere like that, do not, I repeat, do not go with AT&T, because them feckers, and I use that word very politely, and no, that wasn't the F-U-C-K, that was F-E-C-K. Look it up if you don't know what it means. Are now bringing in 150 gig caps with $10 for 50 gigs overage on top of your ordinary pay. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I burn through more bandwidth than that a month, and that's without, torrents or Netflix or anything like that.
Yeah.
As a point of interest, about 20 minutes before we started the show, I put on analog X net stats onto just my two laptops here, okay? And this will tell you how great AT&T is too, right? I'm on an AT&T connection right now, and the bandwidth is so bad that my video keeps popping in and out. Anyway, in the half hour that I've been running this, the laptop that I'm now talking to you on has clocked up 76.5 megs of bandwidth usage upstream and 14 megs downstream. That's no video, no nothing like that, okay? The other one has clocked up 62.8 megs downstream and 6.7 megs upstream. So already, in the space of about half an hour between these two machines, I've chewed through, what? Close to, if not over, 150 megs in half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's not counting when my phone is hooked up to my internet connection, when Sarah's laptop is on, when I've got the media PC on, or Xbox Live, or the kids playing the Wii.
Yep.
Now, if I can shoot through that much alone, and again, as I said, this is no torrenting, no Netflix. I mean, think about it. Netflix, HD, about 2 gigs an hour to stream in HD.
Yeah.
You watch a film a night for 30 nights on a 30-night month, you're going to plow through anywhere between 70 and 90 gigs of your band allocation alone. This is ridiculous. And look to my blog, folks. It will have gone up by the time you watch this show. I'm writing a post basically asking why AT&T charges so much for bandwidth, yet a web host can run your site. And in my case alone, one of my sites burned through 0.5 terabyte of data last month, and only charged $6.99 a month for it.
Yeah, I know. I wrote about this last night when the news hit over at the Inquisitor, and I'm thankful right now. I might only have mediocre DSL, but at least I've got unlimited still. Anyway. PSA for today, for those of you looking to grab the Internet Explorer 9 the moment it hits the web, they're announcing the launch today at South by Southwest at 5:30 Pacific or 7:30 Central. So take that into consideration.
The public demonstration of I-9, all the bits and pieces we've come to talk about over the past few months, dealing with beta and ERC, pin tabs and hardware acceleration, and how you can pin it to the start bar and have your drop-down menus and all that sort of stuff. Jump lists, Windows Aero Snap, all that sort of stuff. So it'll be interesting, especially for those people who, haven't tried it out yet. But it'll also be interesting to see whether or not we see anything new in the final. But I suspect there won't be any big surprises since the ERC.
No. Now, over the weekend, during the South by Southwest conference and the disaster that hit Japan, Bing put out a tweet that said that if you want to support Japan, well, that was a hashtag, support Japan, for every retweet, Bing will give $1 to Japan quake victims up to 1,000K. This got...
And they got hammered.
They got hammered left, right, and center for it, and I don't get it.
Okay, first off, right, I can understand how certain dickwads would see this as being completely self-serving. Because, in any sort of sense, any corporation giving money to charity is usually self-serving in some sense or another. Because, we give 100,000 away, but look how much press we get for that. In this case, Microsoft got bad press. I must admit, Microsoft could have handled this a little bit differently, rather than saying, retweet in order to do it. Because generally that's what we kind of do when we're running competitions, retweet to enter, rather than, But you know what? They wanted to get their little bit of press out of giving away the money too. Because let's be honest, if they had just given away the money, nobody would have mentioned it.
No, and if you're going to get upset about this, why isn't anybody taking Don Dishsoap to task? Okay, you see the commercials all over the TV. We save birds, we save oil victims. Like, come on, give it a rest, folks.
What happened there?
I don't know. Your video's gone kind of pixely.
Yeah, it is. Again, this is the joy of AT&T, who want to charge me even more money for the crappy service they're giving me right now. We'll just have to
suffer through it.
Try turn my video off and turn it back on again. But yeah, here's a question for you though: how much money did Apple donate?
We don't know. But the thing is, here's another thing. Following that, Microsoft has pledged $2 million in cash and software. Now, granted, it's only $250,000 on top of the Bing money, but $1.5 million worth of software.
Yeah, and you know what? You're going to get a lot of people out there and turn around and say, well, you know what? That's not really costing Microsoft anything because it's only digital.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. They're giving something away for nothing, and they're trying to be helpful.
And as
I want to know how much money Apple gave.
Yeah. How much money did Google give?
I've seen nothing about how much money Apple have given. My video's gone all wonky again. But, it's an altruistic intention, even if it's done incorrectly. So that at least you get some kudos for at least saying, you know what, we're at least going to give money away, we're at least going to give stuff away. Although admittedly they handled it kind of badly.
Yeah, and as Holden noted in his post on WinExtra, the fact was that if you clicked on that link, it took you through to a page on the Microsoft site outlining everything that's being done to help Japan. There's nothing wrong with that. God, people.
But there is if you don't like Microsoft. No, even I have to admit that Microsoft didn't handle this very well. But, at least they're giving away something, which is more than can be said for other major tech companies.
Following the Nokia news, joining with Microsoft, there was talk that we would see a Nokia phone possibly in the fall of 2011. Well, apparently they're going to be delayed, they say, until 2012, mainly because of a Mango update.
No, mainly because of the carriers.
Yeah.
Because I read today that, the updates are on track. Okay, let's be honest. This Moto update that we still haven't gotten is ready since December.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Right? Mango will be ready on time. It is on track. There was reports about that today. But it's the distribution. I really think Microsoft needs to take this out of the hands of the carriers.
Yeah.
Just to end the story.
End of story.
Oh.
There was a big kerfuffle back, I guess it was a month ago now, about Microsoft looking to buy a bunch of, as part of a conglomerate or consortium, buying up Novell patents. Apparently it's going to be delayed for a little longer because the U.S. Justice Department is taking a look at, more in-depth look at what's actually being bought.
We see what's interesting here to me is this, right? Is that the DOJ announced this, they came in, they had their time to look at it, but now Microsoft and the other companies have, basically, it looks like the DOJ have said, look, we need more time.
Yeah. And more information.
And Microsoft and the others could have just plowed ahead and said, look, you've missed your time limit,
Yeah.
Tough boobies here. But, no, they've agreed to give them until April 12th to look through it, so I would assume from that sort of point of view, they're feeling rather confident as well about, there not being any issues with this. So we'll see how it goes. But it's like, it's $450 million worth of patents.
Yeah. Over the weekend as well, we started seeing some leaked images of Windows 8 Aerial Light, as well as some details regarding it, and apparently also some leaked images of Office 15. They are... What?
Aerial Light.
Yeah,
screenshot that I saw when I followed through, if you can put it up there for everybody to see it. I mean, dude, that is one...
Okay, but now...
What am I looking at?
To be understood... But to be understood, apparently the Aerial Light is replacing the Windows 7 Home Starter Edition interface.
So you mean it's like when you turn off Aerial?
Yeah.
Honestly? Who runs that edition?
People on netbooks?
Again? Who runs that edition?
Anyway, I wasn't too impressed with the iconography that they are purportedly...
I'm not impressed by that at all. That looks... Looking at what's in the screenshots there... This looks like something that was put out by somebody who just opened up a DeviantArt account and is just getting used to Photoshop.
It looks like crap. Let's be honest.
I was trying to say that politely. I'm cursing enough on this show.
Okay, to end off the show, we've got... before we do, just if you've got any opinions on that iconography for the Windows 8 Aerial Light, why don't you drop us a line at podcast@winextra.com, or leave us a comment on the post, or leave us a comment over at WinExtra, youtube.com/WinExtra, or you can leave us a voice message at
I'm not helping you this time, Hudson. In the show notes.
Oh, come on. Be nice. In the U.S., 251.
I will call out the number if you display the picture of Hudson.
No.
That I took the zoo during the weekend.
No. The Google voicemail number is 251-281-8730. And on that note, we're going to take you out with what has got to be, I think, one of the silliest commercials Microsoft has put out yet.
Yeah, this is a Windows 7 ad in conjunction with Staples. And it's kind of like, I'm like, seriously?
Someone should steal a commercial. Please.
Yeah, this is a PC they'd want to steal.
Yes. Till tomorrow, everybody.
Success.
Bye.
Oh, we got robbed. They took the flat screen.
The sound system.
They didn't take the computer.
Maybe it's time for a new one.
Here's your new PC. And we moved the files from your old computer over for free.
Our wedding video?
Mm-hmm.
All the baby pictures?
Yes.
Our taxes?
Yep.
That was so easy.
Now this is something they would steal.
Right now, buy a new PC at Staples and we'll move your files over for free. It's that easy.